Hello everybody and a warm welcome back and welcome to the Windy City. Welcome to Chi-Town. Welcome. Where are we at? Go there. I need to pull this up to get myself on the chart. We are way down at the south ramp. How you doing, everybody? It is a freeware showcase if you don't count the Xenviro. If you take out Xenviro, this is completely freeware. No, this is not O'Hare. Yes, I should be over there. But we're over here, which is fine. We are at Chicago Midway. And like with all simulators, unless you zoom in, you don't see nothing. And then you get the beautiful city of Chicago in the background. Home of the lovable Cubbies. Great hot dogs and pizza I cannot stand. Both airports, the aircraft I'm using are completely freeware. The livery is default. Auto Ortho is in use. I am not using SimHeaven. I don't fly enough in North America to take up the drive space and have it all on there. So I am using the default AutoGen buildings and all that for the Chicago area. It's living up to its name. It is windy here today. I'm going to have like a 10 to a 15 knot crosswind. That is going to be our runway right there. 22 left. Is that one or this one? It's one of them. A couple of these are closed now. I think 22 left was closed, wasn't it? I'm not sure. I'm reading the NOTAMs. I forget now. But X Roads is not installed, so you know it's like I said, I gotta conserve SSD space. So this airport is completely freeware. Does have the rail yard down here, the race part of the racetrack as they call it, if I recall, in Train Simulator Classic. And where we're going to be flying to, we're going to continue staying in this sort of northwest, and we're going to be going to get some nice barbecue, some dry rub barbecue in Kansas City. And another freeware airport for you for Kansas City International. So that means I've so far on the channel showed you a freeware Detroit, freeware Cleveland, freeware Chicago, freeware Kansas City. So another airport to add to your collection, if you will. I have done nothing with the aircraft, so I need to still set it up. I haven't even called for the ground power unit. So I'm going to get the aircraft set up and get over to runway 22 left for our departure. We're expecting runway 1 left into Kansas City, where the weather is a bit calmer. We are on live time. We are on live weather. My favorite way to fly. And if it gets a little too dark, I don't mind it being dusk when I fly out of here. I do I have extended lighting? I don't think I do for this area. But, you know, the default is the AutoGen does not look all that bad. Okay? It is not bad. And Xenviro, I like, you could take it out and everything today would be freeware. I believe I disabled it. If I have not, I will now. Yeah, see, I've got XPRealistic disabled as well. I don't need ground handling deluxe, as you can see where I parked. So no Payware will be in use other than Xenviro, but you could just use the default built-in weather. Of course, don't forget to like, share, comment, subscribe, and everything. Thank you for everyone for pushing me over 500 subscribers. It is greatly appreciated, very humbling, and I hope to continue to earn your trust when it comes to XPlane12. I'll bring you back when we're getting ready to take off, folks. Thanks for flying along with me. And welcome back, everyone. I thought I'd show you the terminals. there you go. We are flying a livery. I don't fly that often. I do, I've done it a number of times on VATSIM though. Here's the Concourse B at Midway here. Southwest, very prevalent. I probably should be flying Southwest, but I wanted to fly my Delta Sky Team Delta livery. The livery does come with the aircraft, by the way, with the Zibo Mod. And all this ground clutter with the sort of Southwest colors and that comes with this airport automatically. If I recall, there was a couple of libraries in that you needed to get, but a very good chance you already have them, in all honesty. And as you see, it's got the branding and everything. It is a nice Freeware Airport in the center of the country, really, when you think about it. You could do a flight from here, maybe up into Toronto. You could go to Winnipeg. You could go down to the south, maybe go head towards Memphis or something, or down to Oklahoma. You know, like you could go to so many places from this airport. And it's perfect for the Zibo. It's perfect if you want to take up like the Challenger 650 or a Citation, anything like that. This is the kind of airport it's made for it. So very, very versatile and completely freeware. As you see, it's easy on the frames. And we will get to here. Fairly full flight. That's good there. 36,000. 36,000. Kansas City Airport's at 1,027 feet, so I put 1,000. May have should have put 1,050. We'll get flaps 5 set and get our lights in order. That's all off. Those are the thing. Okay, cool. So you go up.
Ladies and gentlemen, we'll be taking off in just a few minutes. Flight attendants, please prepare to stand up for departure.
TCAS is on. Runway is identified. Let's go flying and let's go. Not sure why the trees are not working. Oh, maybe I've got the 3D trees turned on. If you're wondering why the airport's empty, I like to save frame rates. One of the easy way to do that, you can save yourself easily up to 10 frames, is don't draw parked aircraft. Because if you get into a big airport, man, like LaGuardia, you know, JFK, something like that, and you got a whole bunch of, you know, aircraft being modeled, it has to draw every one of those. And the other thing is they're not very optimized at all, memory-wise. So here we go. I don't need that chart, now I need this one. It is windy here. Can I show you the Xenviro window? Sure I can. I can just do this. There you go. It's windy, but for some reason it's not really showing up all that well. Here we go. To around 40%. Up to around 60 from when I take the auto throttle off. And toga. Oh, the engine sounds going to sound good. Oh, that wind.
80 knots.
I have so much rudder in right now. It's not funny. The second I try to release it, even a little bit.
V1.32. Positive rate. 1000.
And there we go. Oh, the clouds are looking awesome. Where are you taking me? What are you doing? Why do you want to do a loop-de-loop? I know what I should have done. This is on me. I should have put the heading on. That's what I should have done. I don't know why you want to take me back. Get you over to here, right? Heading to the left. Here we go. This is what I should have done right after takeoff. I should have looked at my chart and seen which heading after departure, because I forgot there's a long distance between. And if you're not exactly on, well, good old me, I forgot the lights. Ah! Okay, that's better. Then as we get a bit closer, I will bring it over some more here. As you can see, 41 knot wind. We're going to have a heck of a headwind.
Of our fresh eat items and all-day goodies.
Oh, wow, that looks so good.
Complimentary for our first class and available for purchase for the main cabin. A complete listing of available beverages, as well as of our fresh.
Oh yeah, oh yeah. Okay. Pull you over here. And I think that should do. And where are we going to? Yep. Can you do it now? Yeah, I think it'll do it now. That is completely on me. I should have known there was no way it was going to go over to where I needed it to go. Because of the distance involved. There was no SID that made any sense. Well, Navigraph gave me one, and this is it. Basically the Acer kind of thing, and then we have to travel to the north a bit. And it's just the way it goes outside. How's the sounds here? Those are good. I did install my Mango sound pack for my A340. So the next flight, while I probably will be back in the Gulf, I decided to completely overfly Iran and that it's like, yeah, not a good time going to, gonna be had by anybody going to Bandar out of us and that. So I am over in Kuwait City. Picked a nice livery that I want to use, and I think I am going to fly just to prove to people, again, which I've done many times on the channel. I think I'm going to take up the default Laminar A330. Picked up a nice livery for it. I hope you look forward to that flight. Hopefully we'll have it up for the weekend for you at some point. But I did promise my next video would be in the US. I wasn't planning on the weather being like this. I could turn it off, but I'm sorry. I am a massive stickler for flying on live weather, live time. I just hate flying in artificial conditions. I realize sometimes you have to. I do it at the time, but unless my weather stuff is not working, I will always fly with live weather on. I don't care if it's cloudy and I can't see a thing. I want the sort of challenge, if you will, what it would be like if I was flying right now, and or you, and you got, well, if it was you in real life, you would have had a pilot that actually knows what to do. Not me. This is what your view would be like. You're not going to see anything tonight. During supper, because in Chicago right now, there's about 6:30 in the evening, so you would be having dinner. So, since it's not a lot to see, I'll keep this video a lot shorter next time. I'll bring you back around top of the descent. This is not a long flight. You can do this in about an hour and a half in real time. So, there you go. Don't forget, links down below to everything I'm using. Click show more after you've hit the like, share, comment, and subscribe. You will find where you can get the Zibo, Xenviro. Delivery comes with the aircraft. You don't have to download anything. Both airports will be down there where you can get XRAS, which is the thing that did that thing saying approaching runway, 22 left. Also the AVI tab, which you do need for this aircraft. This is almost basically mandatory. You should have it anyways. Because even if an aircraft doesn't support it, you can always just pull it up from here. And you get that, and you get yourself you can put your charts and everything in here. It does require Navigraph, or if you're flying in the US like this, you could use ChartFox if you're a VATSIM member. Or maybe you don't have to be a VATSIM member, but you could use ChartFox, which is completely freeware, which is a service of VATSIM. And get your charts from there. They're official FAA charts. getting everything on this one. So, you'll also find a link to my Discord. I'm in there a few times a day. And of course, if you'd like to buy me a cup of coffee so I can continue my comedy show going on here, it's a PayPal one-time only thing. I don't believe in Patreon. You can do so down there. Just be sure to include your YouTube username so I can give you a shout out. Anyways, I'll bring you back when we get to around top in the center just after. Thanks for flying along. And welcome back, everybody. Brought you back a little earlier. It's cleared up. And of course, the sun is getting a little lower in the sky. Kitster or Cindy might be able to tell me what that river is. Currently, we are about 58 nautical miles north-northeast of Kirksville, Montana. And the skies have cleared up fairly nicely. And as you can see, can you use Sim Heaven? Of course you can. I'm using Auto Ortho. But you could easily get away with just Sim Heaven as well for the US. And it does Canada as well. I think it also does South America, don't quote me. And Mexico. It's a matter of personal preference. Ortho, I fly all over the world, so having Ortho just makes sense for me. I don't fly in the northern hemisphere a whole ton. So having, 30 gigs, 40 gigs of hard drive space taken up with stuff doing autogen for places I'm not really going to fly doesn't really make a lot, I don't fly there that often unless I've got, airports or something I want to show you, in which case I definitely break. And, come and fly in Europe, fly in North America. Wouldn't mind doing a flight in Mexico. Keep waiting for Flight Factor to have a sale. Kind of wouldn't mind having a 787. Because I did used to love flying, was it the Kuro? The Microsoft Flight Simulator? Or was that the Headwind? No, the Headwind was an A330, wasn't it? I flew. That was Freeware. That was a good aircraft too. And the Kuro 787. That was a lot of fun flying. I had a lot of fun. I loved the profile of that aircraft, looking at it sort of from this angle, with its almost glider-like wings. That flex at any kind of, motion and that, and they just go out to like here and they sort of sweep. Just a gorgeous wing. It really, really is. Xenviro doing its magic. As you see, no frame rate hit really on that. They keep improving it little bit by little bit. Let's get back in and see how close we are to our TD. There it is. We're about 40 miles out. And we'll go back outside. More towards the sun. I keep messing with Auto Ortho, or with Xenviro, sorry. As you see, I didn't break the plane during cruise. Unlike I almost did on takeoff and everything. It's not one thing, it's another. The clouds are just so good. This still needs to be improved. I have to. But that sort of mistiness of the cloud barely being that's just freaking spectacular. I love it. Still need to mess around. Some of it is gamma, some of it is brightness control, some of it is contrast. By the way, you can adjust all that. Xenviro is a lot more than just a weather engine. Okay, it's a complete atmospheric system. It's not just about reading a METAR and injecting some clouds. It does way more. It also controls the contrast, the blue hue. You can custom define the definition, the cloud blur on edges and such like that. The shaders, the skybox. It does all of that. And they keep adding new stuff. Well, it's new to XPlane 12, but there's things that they're working on and bringing in future updates that actually are in the XPlane 11. Because I did ask the developer during a live stream about it. And also one thing I requested, and they said they are working on, it's like it's in the list, is I don't like this font. Normally I would be flying at 1440p, but I was having issues with high refresh of 1440. You know, the ability to change the font, change the size, if you will, maybe even change the color. That might be a little much, but they did say, the developer did speak to me and say that is in the works, being able to, you know, change the font and that. Because for my old eyes, this one is hard to read. You know, a lot of you, I also don't have phenomenal eyesight. That's no excuse for my language or anything else. Tomorrow could have starting probably overnight. Well, I'm glad I decided to do the flight now. And I did put in I did put in a descent ahead of time. I already brought in my descent winds for the descent. You've got to give the Zibo the best chance. We're going to do auto brake 3. We're doing flaps. What did I choose? That speed, I'm going to say flat 40 there. As you see, it's not a very long flight. And we're already coming up on top of the descent. I hate these things, 24,000, but just tell me to be at 24,000 or something. But that's fine. We have had a pretty consistent wind of 78 to like 60 the entire flight, sort of a cross-head wind. Runway heading will be 011. Go this way. We'll leave it for now on bank turns with that. And we'll start to lighten up the cabin somewhat. If I spent less time messing around with that thing, I might actually have a decent landing for once. But I like the immersion. And I love that Zibo, you know, included like passenger announcements and chatter inside the cabin and stuff like that. You can hear the cabin crew talking back and forth with passengers and such. It's like it just adds that little extra something. Hence I love messing around with it. That's looking good. Still some anomalies with auto ortho. If you create your own custom ortho, you would get rid of it. The data's actually there. But you can see where there's tiles mismatched. They might be modeling the sun being blocked over here because of these clouds. I'm not actually sure. Love it, love it, love it. Love this aircraft. Hence I fly it a lot. It's versatile. It can carry 189 people. I have flown it from San Francisco to New York. That was a slow slog. For a flight like that, you really want to take like an A350 or something. And be up at like, I don't know, 41,000 feet. Depending on where the best part of the jet stream is on any given day. Sometimes it drops down lower, and like 37,000 is a sweet spot. But I mean, that was a long flight. If you want to make it even longer, do the reverse. Go from New York to LA. Or like Miami to Portland. Nothing against Seattle. Seattle just tanks my frame rate now. Something about that city. Doesn't matter what simulator. Seattle just tanks frame rates. Unbelievably. We'll hold off on that until around, and then we'll get the old seatbelts on. May give a little date to give them a heads up. And that's all doing good. Don't need to do that, obviously. Back outside because it's pretty. You're going to have a nice sunset, well, sort of sunset. And we're coming in on runway 1, so the sun will be off our left-hand side. Beautiful Midwest. And of course, if I go over this way, that is Brookville, Missouri, and North Central Missouri Regional Airport over there. Lot of fun. I'm not going to pronounce the one that Cindy and Kitten over Ford or something. I always butcher it. Kansas City, love this airport. When I used to be a controller on East Sky, obviously I was also a pilot as well. Beautiful gentleman. Mel was his name. Older gentleman, but 69 years old at the time, but very sharp as a tack. He controlled that airport for years. And I may have been like planning a flight, and it's like, I think I'm going to go fly Costa Rica. But then I'd see Mel would come on. Immediately I changed my flight plan and I would fly with that gentleman. Absolute beautiful person. Salt of the earth. Loved that man. No longer with us. I would think, because he was like in his 70s then. But boy, he could still control like no tomorrow. Now, I used to love flying with that gentleman. So I have a very fond memories and that when it comes to this airport. Not having the yaw damper on didn't help on the rollout, that's for sure. So, one last check. And we still have two 909ers there. You watch, the weather's going to update to something wacky the minute I'm coming in. Still two 909ers 0. Okay. Scattered at 20,000. And that's exactly what we got outside, really. Might be a little clearer than that, but maybe they're including this kind of stuff. A lot of rivers. I love it. There's a river, that means fishing. Although I just use them as a refrigerator, I don't even fish with bait. I don't care if I catch it. I just like spending time out there. Next hard cap we have is 6. Uh, 12 actually, but that's fine. I'll put it to 6 for now. Because things will happen kind of quickly. Bring this back in a bit. Auto brake 3. Actually, we can get away with auto brake 1. It's a 10,000 plus foot runway. And I double checked. We have a first class on this aircraft in that. And so it's configured for 160 passengers. I can only imagine what it costs for a first class or a business class ticket on Delta from Chicago to Kansas City. It's just like just hire a private plane. I mean, just I can only imagine the cost. When the company is paying for it, I mean, okay, fine. Obviously, that's why people that need to travel for business do that. For me, even though when I had to travel within Japan or go meet with a supplier or something like that, like in Korea or some other place, the flight's just not long enough. I would never, even though they would pay for it, I'd never flew business or first class or anything like that. To me, unless it's a 6 or 7 hour, it's got to be at least 7-hour flight for me that it would actually make sense. Maybe 6. But like for a 4-hour flight, I can live in an economy or premium economy, little extra leg room economy seat for 4 hours. I'm not going to die. I'm going to be sitting there playing on my handheld or you know, watching one of the movies or something like that anyway. I'm not even going to notice. You know, being I was living, you know, I lived in Japan, as long as there's sake on the plane, I'm happy. It's like, I don't care, take your time. Get there whenever, you know, beautiful Midwest. I think this is still called or is Montana beginning of the Central Plain? I don't know. Just lovely. And the aircraft behaving just well, beautifully. What is my final altitude I need? I think I wrote this stuff down, didn't I? 2,800 feet. So I'm just going to put that in now and be done with it. Get either there and 0, 1. There we go. Auto brake 1. We're doing flaps 40 landing. V-roughs are in. My minimum will be 200. Not that I ever lived. This is what you're supposed to decide. Are you landing or not? And it's like I always go ahead and land anyway, and even when I shouldn't. And I still do it. Because as you heard, even when I was having trouble, I was laughing. You know, like I said, I practice what I preach. And I show what I preach. It's like, I fly for fun. And that was fun going, okay, what are you doing? And it's like, oh, that was all neat, okay. And then the whole scrambling and all that stuff. Like, I freaking love that stuff. It's not very professional. Well, guess what, kid? I'm not a professional. I fly because I like to see other parts of the world that I will never get to in real life. Have I ever been to Kansas? No, I have never been to Kansas City. I've been to Chicago. But I've never been to Kansas City. Even though there was that famous song, Kansas City. Okay, there's the class here we're talking about. It's going to be beautiful. My God, I could use a sun visor in this. Please, Mr. Zibo, give us sun visors, for heaven's sakes. There's not an aircraft in the world that does not have sun visors inside the flight deck. Even the passengers have them. The passengers aren't flying the aircraft. And before anyone asks, no, you cannot adjust the visors inside the aircraft on here, the sunshade. But in real life, these aircraft do have sort of a sun sort of thing. Well, most of them all have push buttons right nowadays. But just change the density of the window, kind of like a passive. And here we go as we continue to come down nicely. And the aircraft is slowing down. There is a hard limit at 12. We're supposed to be above 7,000 here. And it's already determined I can get there in time, so one last check. Now damper is on. Gen 2. Good. Primary. Okay. Engine is on. Hydraulics are looking good. Pressures are coming down. Engines are on continuous. Okay. No messages anywhere yet. Those come when I start to come into land. That's when all this stuff starts lighting up and screaming at me. I think I picked the perfect time to fly. Looks like it's going to be beautiful. Setting sun, can't think of a better time. Right in time for dinner. And again, the airport is 1,027 feet above sea level. Looks like the clouds maybe are going to stay off. That's awesome. That's just the optical illusion of the wind going up and down. It's not because the clouds are blocking it from coming in. That is awesome. And then we'll make a right downwind. And that's about pretty dang accurate. And here we go. Landing lights on. And it's coming down to meet the speed nicely. Not quick enough for my liking, but okay. Oh, there we go. Oh, it only had to lose 18 miles. What am I talking about? And it's going to continue to slow down. There are some speed restrictions coming up. I think 210 is the next one. Which is fine because that's the sort of green dot speed if you want to call it that. Here's the next one. And we have the decel point right there, which is the green dot. Is this not an awesome approach here? It's beautiful. Little reflection off the wing. Almost kind of looks like we got a tiny bit of moisture, almost kind of thing, with the sun helping to melt it, and we're coming into warmer air. What is the temperature, by the way? 24 degrees Celsius. That is totally barbecue weather. That's where you'd love to have a cabin around here somewhere. I never realized how pretty this approach into Kansas City is. Of course, the last time I flew into here was back in the FS6 days, FS9. FS9, actually. Some outside shots here. In case you want to take a screenshot. I love how this is actually shows some sort of dirt and wear a little bit. And there's our airport. And that is our runway. I believe that's our airport. That's our runway over there. That's awesome. That is really pretty. I mean, that is totally plausible to me. With using just the auto ortho, would it look a bit better with Sim Heaven? I'm going to say yeah. But I just sooner save the drive space. I'm being honest with you. Here we go. And we'll just leave it at this for now. Not sure why it's got a vector, but okay. This is actually the ILS arrival, just started in 3 miles, but okay. Oh, I gotta set my frequency, you dummy. I.11050. Ah, beautiful. I'm not sure why we're getting the frame here. And we'll get our first level of flaps in. It's not a long climb, so we'll have drag the second I make this turn. Now let's go to Soxel. That'll do. And now I can go to Soxel. Doing this totally wrong. Actually, that's done. Straight to flaps 5. It's going all kinds of sideways for me today. Ah, it's alright. I'm having fun. I hope you are too, and if you are, don't forget, like, share, comment, subscribe. You know the whole thing. And we're just gonna come straight in for final. That's 10. That'll be fine, class 10. 13 miles, that's good. Up over there. Our runway's over here. Okay. Now the trouble starts. Feet on the pedals. I'll wait for it to start making the turn.
2,000 to go.
Good time. It's got a very short localizer, so. VOR Loke. Right slope. Here we go. Flaps 15, auto brake 1, landing gear 3 green, cabin has been alerted, but we'll do it one last time. There. And we'll go up briefly and we'll take a look at the airport.
2,500.
It will have snow and all that, so I don't want to take up any more of your precious time. Just realize it will have snow if it's winter time, and it will show up the airport net properly if the author listened to Austin and did not make the runways transparent in the file type. Otherwise, you will have no runways show up for you in some cases. They've got to find a workaround for that. Because most authors always do custom cut their own runways and that. They want their own markings and everything showing up, you know? Okay, start pulling me back. I'm going to say around 145 will be good. Flaps full. Auto brake 1, landing gear 3 green. Cabin crew has been alerted. Runway clear and identified. And now the fun begins. Winds aren't too bad. Auto throttle off. Autopilot off.
Approaching 0-1 left.
Attention all aircraft. Kansas City International Ground Ticket 2989.
400.
Brake on.
300. Approaching minimums. 200 minimums. 100. 50. 40. 30. 20. 10. 5.
Oh, yeah. First street. That wasn't bad. That wasn't too bad. Little shaky. My throttles didn't want to first stowed. Manual braking.
5,000 feet remaining.
You saw I was trying to move my throttles, but they weren't linked again for some reason. Sorry about that. Oil is retract. And we'll just stop here real quick. You go. Cabin crew, you can get up. And here we go. Welcome to Kansas City. That touchdown wasn't bad for a manual landing. Not by my standards. Outside. Well, we got it cleaned up. Now the terminal's down there. The frequency was identical, so the author of this airport did match up the ILS frequency with the charts. What taxiway is this? This should be Bravo, is it? This should be Bravo. And Bravo 3, Bravo 4. I'm not seeing the signage. Am I missing a library? I'm not seeing any taxiway markings. These buildings over here are cargo, and the U.S. Post Office is over there. Other than that, the taxiway signs I think might be a little small. Like I saw one over there, but they don't. Yeah, they're not on both sides. That is Bravo 6, and so that is correct. According to the charts. But those taxiway signs need to be redone. They need to be bigger. They need to have the markings on both sides. And probably getting to about this time of day, they should be lit. I know, I'm being nitpicky. But that'd be a real bugger at night, and you're on VATSIM. Now, you could just follow your charts. I mean, I understand that. But if the author does see this, which he might, because I will post that I showed his video in his airport in a video, that if he could address those things, that'd be nice. I like that they didn't overdo it with the, the tar patching and stuff like that. Some airports, they just go overboard with it. It's just ridiculous. And I like that. We do have markings here, though. So that is cool. We will go to Concourse A, which is over here. CN-N3. That's 2, N2, N1. That is correct, according to the charts. So that is good. I like that. Now, if we had that for these things, it'd be awesome. Yeah, that's what you think, Sunshine. You really want to have an argument with me? I don't think you're going to win. And we'll just pull in here. We'll go up quickly and take a look at it. Oh, cool. So we do have Sam Marshallers. Let's not blind them. Wow, that gate's up high. Yeah, there's a bit of lag in my throttles for some reason. Custom ground equipment. Awesome. APU on the bus. Fuel tanks off. get the beacon off. Engines off.
Flight attendants, prepare doors for arrival, please. I'm taking all calls.
Set chocks. Get the APU bleed on. Probe heats off. And let's go up real quick. Hello. And take a look. Those concourses on the charts, they say they are closed. Looks like they turned them into parking lot. So that's actually pretty cool. Because in real life, there are nothing there. It's closed. And it says so on the charts. Now, as I said, I have not been to this airport in real life, so as to the authenticity, I cannot speak. But I am seeing a lot of the buildings that should be there being there when I look at the charts. And as some people will ask, obviously, we will put it... And that's got some really nice night lighting. One thing I'm not seeing, don't see lead-in lights. Now, I could be on the wrong side, obviously. Oh, they're there. The other thing I want to come down and look at, I didn't notice when I was coming in, are there poppies? Yes, there are. There we go. So there you go, folks. I hope you enjoyed this. I'll get it light again for you a bit. 2 completely freeware airports for you. All it's going to take is a couple of mouse clicks and, you know, a little bit of your time to go download them and have 2 airports in the Midwest. Perfect for regional ops. You could fly out of here to Kansas City, from Kansas City, go down to Oklahoma City or go into Texas. You know, stuff like that. Perfect for a Challenger. You know, one of the E-Jets, the 175, the 190, something like that. You know, one of the Gulfstreams, the 550, the 650s and stuff. And have yourself some fun. That's going to do it for this one, folks. If you enjoyed it, you know what to do. Again, thank you very much for breaking the 500 for me. Next target, 750. My name's David. It's been my pleasure to show you these freeware airports and the aircraft and everything else. Not a bad landing for once. Don't forget to click show more as you do the like, share, comment, subscribe thing. You'll find a link to my Discord, how you can help support the channel and buy me a cup of coffee so we can get different stuff for the Sims and such. And of course, you'll find a link to where you can get these airports, the aircraft, everything like that. Until the next time, folks, I want you to stay safe, be kind to one another, keep the blue side up, and I will see you in the skies. Have a great rest of the week, everyone. Hopefully, we'll see you on the weekend. Take care. God bless.